What's up, everybody? It's book review time. And this time I read the one-page marketing plan by Alan Dibb. It's a phenomenal book. Let's unpack this a little bit. The tagline is get new customers, make more money, and stand out from the crowd. Well, that is exactly what marketing is. And that is exactly what most small business entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants want. So let's start with the first part. Marketing is really about positioning yourself in the market. It is about standing out and being visible. And as a byproduct, we all want to make money. We need to make money in our business to be successful and to have some longevity and sustainability. But also, more importantly, I've always told people that we need to stand out. We need to rise above the noise because guess what? There is a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of mundane businesses. And while it shouldn't be hard because most businesses marketing suck, um, we still have to position ourselves as different. So when I read this book, I had no idea who the author was. It was not recommended, but I saw it on Amazon. And what piqued my interest was exactly this one page. And guess what? Uh, 20 years of business, if there's anything I've learned, is that simplicity sells because the confused mind says no. Whether you're a consumer, you're a leader, or anywhere in between, it is very important that when things are easy, they get done. When things are easy, consumers tend to understand it, therefore they buy it. And so for us as marketers and entrepreneurs, the easier we can make things, the more likely we are to execute. So I'm a big proponent of easy. I think when things are easy, they're fun. And when they're fun, there's no excuses. And so whether you're an advanced marketer or you're new to this, maybe you're a small business owner, or even you're an advanced marketer like me, I think you're going to get a lot out of this book. And just some notes that I have based on what I took away that I think is important for a lot of people, even myself needing some refreshers on things, is that there is a big difference between tactics and strategies. I find so often that small businesses, even some marketers, really confuse what a tactic is versus a strategy. Let's talk about that for 1 second. Tactics are the things that you do, creating a post for Facebook or LinkedIn, posting a video, working on your copy, whereas strategy is high level. These are the types of things we're going to do over the next couple of months to get us from point A to B, B to C, and then C to D. So we're going to increase our revenue by 10%. We're going to increase our organic traffic by 12%, whatever that might be. Those are the goals and places you want to get to, and the tactics are ultimately how you get there for the most part. Number two is marketing versus branding. And yes, they are different things. One could argue branding is a part of marketing. Absolutely. But one could argue they're also very different. Marketing is social media, it is traditional advertising, it's digital advertising, it's YouTube, it's video, it's a lot of things. Branding is a lot made up around the actual brand, the name, the logo, the colors, the font, the story, the messaging. But that doesn't encapsulate everything either. And so I think it's really important when Alan lays the foundation for these things in the beginning that it helps you understand and articulate kind of where your strategy should be going as you get through the book. I found that very enjoyable. And I think like anyone, we all need those refreshers. Another part that I think that people glaze over is understanding your core audience, your target market, or some people call it the avatar, which we could argue are two different things as well. But at the end of the day, who is it your product and service is for, and who are you targeting? Also, does your current messaging, like your website, your social media, your copy, your offer, does it actually align with what your buyers want? People who are visiting your site? And in some cases, businesses or organizations like nonprofits, we target so many different audiences that it can be very hard to speak to different audiences because different audiences usually want different things. And that can be challenging for someone who's new to marketing or maybe not an expert in this space. The next thing that I've been working on for a long time is messaging and copy, or, as he talks about it, positioning and your offer. Now, they're all kind of the same thing, they're all a little bit different. But at the end of the day, your messaging is the copy on your website. It's the copy on your collateral, which might be your brochure, your social media. What is the problem you solve? What is your promise? And what is the offer? How do you package that to the consumer or the end user? And there are a lot of really good practical tips in this book to help you speak the language around what they are trying to solve for. And so often it is the problem they are trying to solve or the pain points that they have. And I really enjoyed that part of it because a lot of marketers have different perspectives. And I think the more we can understand these different angles, the more attractive we can make our website and our marketing to the people whose problem we are trying to solve. I know I say that a lot, but it's very important in marketing. Okay, so just a couple more things on the book is Alan lays out a really phenomenal strategy, and it is essentially one page. There are 9 sections. I'm not going to read them all to you. I don't want to provide a spoiler alert, but every section is covered in the book. And again, it really covers at a high level almost everything you need to be successful, both in your traditional and digital marketing. Now, unfortunately, one thing I wish that Alan would have touched on more is some modern things like YouTube and social media. Now, those things are kind of in the book a little bit here and there, but at the end of the day, as I say, good marketing is good marketing, whether it's digital or we're talking about B2B manufacturer versus a salon or a spa. It's all about crafting a strong strategy that speaks to your audience. And so when I read this book, I had very few complaints. I had very few things that I could challenge and say, I don't know if that's true or that's accurate or that doesn't work for my industry. And he does a really good job of debunking some of those things. So when people say that doesn't work for my business or we tried that, it doesn't work, there are a lot of really good areas that he debunks and demystifies so that ultimately you walk away with not a lot of excuses as to why your marketing's not working or not going to work in the future. So as I think about this book, the more I think about it, the more I go back to reference it, the better the review I'm going to give it. So to me, as I look at this, I'm going to give it a 4.6. Again, everyone's going to have different reviews and opinions on this, but I think for someone who's getting into marketing or not the foremost expert, I think you're going to get a lot of value out of this. I would love to hear your thoughts. I hope you pick up a copy. Let me know what you think.